Of the number 98 Toyota 4 Thor Sport Racing, gentleman who just recently won down at Daytona, Johnny Sauter joins us. Hey, Johnny, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. You got to be a pretty happy guy, other than the fact that, of course, you've sat around now for 8 months since your win down at Daytona. It seems like.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, let's face it. When you win a race, it's always nice to have a little bit of time to soak it all in. But you're pretty much right on the money. I mean, I think it's been 5 weeks, so I know myself and everybody at Thor Sports Jones had to get back to the racetrack. So it was cool to win Daytona, but I'm also a realist and know that you kind of got to put it behind you and focus on the rest of the season now. So Martinsville's a good track for us. We've won there in the past, so hopefully we can do it again.
Exactly what I was going to say. You have to be really excited about the fact that the second track on the schedule was Martinsville, a place where you've obviously had success winning there before. So this is kind of playing right into your hand. I don't want to ask you this the wrong way. Did Daytona surprise you at all that you won that race, that you ran so well there?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. It surprised the hell out of me. So
good deal. All right.
If you look at our statistics at that racetrack, myself and my team, I guess, we've had fast trucks on there, just was never able to get to the finish, it seemed like. And 2012, coming to the white flag, we were leading the race and got wrecked, head on into the fence, and finished 25th. So, Daytona's just one of those races that's kind of a crapshoot, and for lack of a better term, you'd rather be lucky than good there, I guess. So, you still have to run the whole race and put yourself in position or whatever, but there's just a lot of luck involved in restrictor plate races like that. So, I was surprised that we won. I feel like we can win any given week, but, at a place like that, it's just knowing the odds are stacked against you. To be able to pull that off was awesome. And obviously a new number this year, 98, Carolina Nut Company on the truck. Just a lot of new things. And the first race out, we go to Victory Lane. So when I look down the schedule here, I see a bunch of good racetracks coming up for us. Martinsville and Kansas are two of the next three races, tracks that we've won at in the past. So I feel pretty good where we are right now.
Well, Charlie and I said earlier in the show that part of your success has to be the fact that you switched that number 98. Dan Gurney did a lot of winning in that number. A guy that I always, when I was a youngster who you don't even remember, Leroy Yarborough, took that number 98 to a lot of victories. So it was all in the cards for you, Johnny, that you were going to run good as soon as you switched to the 98.
Well, I hope you're right. I mean, obviously I know a little bit of history of racing, so I know that the 98's had success, but so many people were telling me, hey, it's the year of year of the number 13 in the year 2013, and lo and behold, we changed the number. So so far so good. I'm happy with it. Daytona's a huge win, so we'll start the season off on the right foot, and I like it. I think the truck looks cool, and I get a lot of compliments on the number and all that. So hey, if it's working, we'll stick with it.
Absolutely. We're talking with Johnny Sauter. And, Johnny, one of the other things that a lot of people have talked about is maybe a little bit of a switch now in this Camping World Truck Series, maybe going back to some more short tracks. The intermediates may come, a few less of those over the next couple of years or so. And, of course, this year you're going to Eldora for the first time. Do you like the idea that the Truck Series may go back to kind of what its roots were, more short tracks than what they have in the last couple of years, or do you not like that whole idea?
No, I mean, I'm good with whatever. I learned a long time ago that nobody really cares what my opinion is. So, having said that, I'm just glad that they have a schedule, and I'm glad that I get to drive something and go to those races. So, I think it's cool that the Truck Series, like you said, is going to dirt at Eldora. I know it's been a long time since any of the NASCAR divisions have been on dirt. So, I think that's cool. And obviously we have a road race in Canada, which I don't even know the most that is, but towards the later part of the season, I guess. So I think that's good for the series. But, short tracks is like you said, that's where the Truck Series kind of started and originated. And I consider myself a short track guy and enjoy short track racing more than any other. So it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all, but I still think we need to have a presence at mile-and-a-half racetracks, and I'm glad that we do. And obviously Daytona, Talladega, restrictor plate races, those are cool. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having a schedule that's diverse and lets everybody come out and race and they can pick which track they like or pick what tracks they like and race.
Johnny, what kind of preparation has you and the team been doing so far for that Eldora race, for that one-off dirt track race this year?
Well, to be totally honest with you, as far as I know, they're still waiting on a rules package as far as what exactly is all going to be entailed as far as what the teams can do and what they can't do, and because there's just so many question marks up in the air, so it's really hard to have been prepared or try to be prepared, I guess, at this point, and I think they're supposed to come out with something like that in the next week or so, from what my memory tells me. So when we get rules, that'll kind of get everybody kind of in the right frame of mind and get them pointed in a direction. But Kraft and my teammates done some dirt racing, not exactly with trucks, but just modified and things like that. So and I plan on doing some of that when we get a little bit closer to the race, so I can keep it fresh in my mind. But try to race some street stocks or something like that on dirt, just to try to get the feel of something like that. But I've never personally raced on dirt. So, and then they've got Tracy Hines lined up to drive the 13 truck. So I think his whole background is dirt racing. So I'm sure he's looking forward to that, and that'll be good for Northport for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty good guy to bring in as the third member of that team to be able to help you guys through that. I was going to say, I don't ever remember as far as your career going, you racing on dirt, and as you said, you haven't. Being the 2001 ASA champion, you cut your teeth on asphalt, unlike a lot of guys who ran dirt early on in their career or have played with it since. You haven't been part of that group, so this is going to be a whole new ball game for you.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, but, like I keep telling everybody, I know there's a lot of excitement and all that around it, but at the end of the day, it's only one race.
Right, yep.
And we still have, and it's a 23-race season, so I don't think that, obviously I got to go in there with my eyes wide open and just try to race the racetrack all night. I think I already have that kind of a plan, and I think if you can do that, you're going to end up with a decent finish. And like you said, I've got one race, kind of I don't even know what you'd call it, where they had kind of like a celebrity race, I guess you could say, at the Des Moines, Iowa Fairground there. And this was just a couple years ago, and myself and Hornaday and Schrader and a couple other guys ran in like a heat race or whatever. So that was my first and only taste of dirt. I had a good time. I don't think it's going to be something that I don't enjoy, because I did enjoy it. And and growing up where I did, I've been exposed to dirt racing quite a bit, and know a lot of the dirt late model guys. Jimmy Myers, I happened to be teammates with a long time ago when he came over to the asphalt. So I have exposure and knowledge and people that I can lean on for dirt racing. So hopefully I can pick up and try to learn from them a little bit. And like I said, it's one race out of 23. Now, next year, if there's 5 dirt races, I might have to change my plan a little bit.
Yeah. I don't anticipate that happening, but, hey, you never know. With Chad Little in charge, you never know what could happen. Everything may switch out to the West Coast. You may have to run everything out in California and Washington.
Yeah. Well, like I said, as long as we have a schedule, I'm all good with it.
Good deal. Hey, I hope you've gotten some time over the last 4 or 5 weeks to spend some time with the family, and it's always a good thing to be able to do. But like you say, it's nice to get back to the racetrack. And best of luck to you at Martinsville this week, and then going forward.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me as always, and hopefully we can pick up where we left off in Daytona, and we can talk again real soon.
Yeah, get another one of those grandfather clocks, Johnny. That'll work.
Yeah, I like that. I'm actually sitting here looking at the one that we got in 2011. So those things are pretty awesome looking. Believe me, I wouldn't mind having a whole living room full.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks, Johnny. Best of luck, man. We'll talk to you again.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Johnny Sauter, Floor Sport Racing, driving the number.